Well, talking of original comedy, over on Apple TV Plus, I've been pretty excited about this. Arriving on Friday, the 1st of March. It's a new series called The Completely Made Up Adventures of Dick Turpin. And here's a clip.
I know what you're thinking. Who is this guy with the incredible cheekbones? Where does he get his hair done? One day, I'll be the most famous highwayman in all of England.
You are literally about to be hanged, you idiot!
Quick note to my gang. If you were planning a rescue, now would be a good time.
So yes, Apple TV Plus. So 2 episodes to start off with and then weekly. I'm a huge fan of The Mighty Boosh, which was Julian Barrett and Noel Fielding's wonderful, wonderful, surreal comedy with lots of music and amazing characters. So I'm very pleased to see him back in a comedy series. I mean, he was in the IT Crowd a while ago. He did have his own sketch show, short-lived, which is pretty weird stuff on Channel 4. It's great to see him back. And he is playing Dick Turpin, I suppose, more in the manner of Adamant, the dandy highwayman. So yeah, we're in the 18th century. I tell you what, it's got a terrific cast, this. The backstory, well, he's being taken to be executed, but they stop at a pub and he starts telling his life story, which is that he was the son of a butcher. The butcher is played by Mark Heap, who, again, I love, and he's very funny. But he doesn't want to be a butcher. He likes making clothes and villages out of courgettes and weird things like that. He accidentally kills a highwayman played by David Threlfall, though I didn't recognise Threlfall at all in his get-up. And then he becomes the new leader of this highwayman's gang. But he has to reckon with the thief-taker general Jonathan Wild, played by Hugh Bonneville. You've got lots of good people in this. You've got Tamsin Gregg as a crime boss. You've got Mark Wootton, who I love, from Nativity, as a member of the gang. You'll spot lots, Dolly Wells, you'll spot lots of familiar comedic faces. So yeah, as you would expect with Noel, it's pretty quirky. And you can hear, he's got a writing credit on this, and you can very much hear his distinctive voice coming through. And of course, he's got a very unique way of performing as well, isn't he? Which is very endearing. So it's always difficult to land a new comedy, I think. And the first episode is always going to be a challenge. But I really enjoyed it. I did laugh a lot. It had Joe Wilkinson amuse me very much as sort of the jailer taking them to the gallows as if they're on a coach trip. And he says, "This is your last chance to use the toilet ever." Things like that. So yeah, I thought it was terrific. So pleased to see Noel back doing comedy. What did you think, Hannah?
I agree with you. I absolutely love Noel Fielding, and they've got some cracking guest stars, haven't they? Including Mark Heap and Greg Davies. I'm a really big fan of Greg Davies, and I think he's really fun. I saw this on a friend's Facebook page because I think they had a cameo role in it, so I was kind of even more intrigued to try and spot them in there. But Noel Fielding, it feels like it's been a while, hasn't it, since we've seen him on the screen doing anything other than Bake Off, and I know he's around on other shows and on Dave and what have you, but I just he's just so funny, and he just feels such a mild-mannered character and brings a completely different side to this story. Of course, it's nothing like you'd imagine. It was quite different. I have to say, I was quite surprised that this landed on Apple TV Plus, actually. It kind of didn't feel like the right home for it in some ways. I don't know why. It just didn't feel quite right. I had to look twice when I saw it was. But no, I thought it was really good. Brings a whole different dynamic. And yeah, as you say, great to have Noel Fielding back doing some comedy.